welcome to today's Tutor-Rama balloon twisting tutorial. I have a special guest today. Welcome, Fisherman Cleetus.
Well, hi there, Miss Pickles. Welcome to my neck of the woods.
Thank you. This is a special place.
Well, you see this lake here, who's what's it?
Oh, yeah.
We was about to do some good old fishing.
Was? You mean we're not now?
Well, Miss Pickles, I forgot all my fishing gear.
Well, that's okay. We can make our own gear.
Well, hot dog.
I can teach you how to do it, and it'll be super fun. So, you must love fishing, huh?
I love fishing, Miss Pickles. You never know what you're going to catch.
That's true.
You might catch a big old bass. You might catch a boot. You might catch a cold. Well, you never know. You might even catch you a mermaid.
Ooh.
Matter of fact, my cousin Avis, he done caught him a mermaid. And they're living happily ever after over there in that there Atlantis.
Alrighty then. Well, I think it's time to get started making our gear. And that's perfect because today's balloon tutorial is a fish on a fishing pole. Let's get started. So we start the fish on a fishing pole with the pole. So pick a pole color. I'm going to pick purple. Which color would you like?
I probably think this blue would look good over my neck of the woods.
That'll be nice. So we're going to actually warm the balloon up first. So you're going to put it in your hand and just warm it up. Okay. And then you're going to take it on the ends, hold each end real tight, and then stretch it. Stretch it back. And then we're going to grab a pump.
I love pumps.
And we're going to, you remember how to put it on? Slip it over the nozzle. And you're just going to hold the very tip, but don't cover up the hole, okay? And then we're going to pump this up. Oh, mine doesn't want to open. There we go. We're going to pump this up about that much uninflated. And then pinch it off. Okay, you're going to let a little bit out because you've got it inflated a little bit too much, but that's okay. So let a little air out, a little more, a little more. Okay, stop. And then we're going to just tie it. And the cool thing about letting out air is if you've overinflated your balloon, you can let out a little air, but then you're going to want to squeeze from this end and squeeze the air back toward the knot so that you've got your air going back the direction you want it to be. So squeeze this end, whoop, squeeze it so it pushes the air back that way. And then you've got the right amount uninflated because we're going to twist it a little bit a few times and air is going to be going this way, but we need a teeny tiny tip left, uninflated. So we're going to do you remember the apple twist from the swords that we did? You're going to take the finger that you point with, poke it in where the knot is. Poke it in. Then you're going to take your other two fingers, and grab that knot, and then just squeeze down and get your fingers out of there, but hold that knot. That's kind of a tough part. And then you're going to, yours is perfect, mine's a little bit funky on one side, so I'm just going to make it even. And then you're going to twist, making sure the knot is on this long part, and twist a whole bunch of times, like 10 times. Just twist, 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 twist like crazy, so that when you let go, it stays. So now, we're going to grab here, about the height of your hand, and you're going to just pinch and twist, so pinch and twist opposite direction, so that you've got a bubble that's about the width of your hand, maybe a little more, not a huge deal. Now you've got to hold this one, and then pinch and twist a small bubble, but you don't have to hold the small bubble, just this one and this one. And then you're going to hold these two so the small bubble's up in the top, and you're going to grab that bubble, grab the bubble, lift it up a little bit, and then twist it. So it looks like a little kidney bean. Okay, perfect. And now you can let go. And we've got funny little right angles.
Wow.
But now we're going to just grab this part, and we're just going to fold the balloon over a little bit. Just fold it. And then you're going to twist at the base of that fold, and then twist that together. Just like that. There you go. And then you're going to do it so that this little bubble is on the opposite side of that bubble. So it's like that. Excellent. So now, this is one of the few balloons that we get to use a string. There you go. So I've got a string. Now you're going to tie it. That's why we needed a little tiny tip uninflated so that we can tie the string onto it. So you're just going to tie the string very tightly onto the string and do a nice little knot. And try to use as little as you can. Tie that, very good. And then I'm going to have a yellow fish. What color fish are you getting?
We like to eat red fish.
Get yourself a red fish. And again, we're going to warm it up because the balloons were a little bit cold. We like them to be warmer. And then stretch it once. And then this one we're going to inflate, but we're going to inflate this almost all the way. So instead of just leaving a little bit uninflated, we're just going to blow it up. There we go. Almost all the way filled. Oh, yeah. A little tiny bit more. Excellent. Okay, stop it and tie it. Put that right there. Stay. And if you want a super big fish, here's a trick. You can take your balloon where the knot is, squeeze it a little tiny bit, and then just squeeze your hand down the length of it, and it'll really stretch your balloon. So you will have an enormous fish. Or just if you're making anything, you can have a longer balloon. So that's kind of fun. All right, so now we're going to take it and kind of just fold it in half. Like that. And then straighten it out so that you can find the halfway point, which is right here. And right there is where you're going to pinch it and twist it. And you should have two edges of the balloon, two sides of the balloon that are about the same size. And then you're going to overlap them a little. I don't like my fish to have too big of a tail, so I overlap it about like that. That's a little bit of a big tail. You want a nice fat fish. There you go. And then you're going to just take that and just take one side and twist it and make it go all the way around, all the way through the middle. Make one of those go through the middle of your fish, yep, and that will lock it so it won't unravel. And then you're going to just make it even like that, and you're going to shape it like a nice fish here and fatten him up. Fatten him up a little bit, and then sometimes I'll draw some eyeballs on there, but we won't do that today. And then with the other end of your string, and try to make this as small as possible, you're going to put it through his mouth, and then again tie a knot. And then you've got your fish!
Wait, hold on. What got me one, Miss Pickles?
That's right. Wow, wow. And then you can catch your own fish like that, or just make him go in a circle or up and down.
He's a fighter.
And all around. And that is the fish on the fishing pole. And it's really a lot easier to hold it. I mean, you can hold the handle, but to have a little more control, I always hold on top of the little bubble. The little bubble, I always hold on top of that. And then it just really can control him. And that one's really fun when you're outside and the wind is making him fly. Kids love it. So do grown-ups. So that, my friends, is the fish on the fishing pole. Thank you, Fisherman Cleetus, for showing us how to fish.
Thank you for the great fishing trip, Miss Pickles. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Next time, we're going to do one called the heart pole. Thank you. Bye.